loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we have a new pick a card reading, but before we dive into it, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Skillshare, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. If you have not heard of Skillshare before, they're essentially a huge online learning platform where you can take classes upon almost any subject that you can think about, and they are taught by real professionals. So whether you're wanting to build a new skill or dive into a new hobby such as photography, opening up your own business, learning how to design a website, diving more into art or cooking or home decor, whatever it is that you are wanting to do, Skillshare likely has a class on the topic. Skillshare is also constantly improving, and now they have smarter class categories. They have categories for creative careers, creative inspiration, and also AI and innovation. And if you're a new member, you'll be asked to share a little bit about your interests, and from there, Skillshare will give you personalized recommendations tailored towards your goals. And Skillshare also has this section known as Learning Paths, and Learning Paths is a bunch of curated classes upon a particular subject, which really helps deepen your understanding of that topic. And one of my favorite learning paths that I ever took was one on DSLR photography, and I actually took this class while I was out in Egypt, which is one of the reasons why I love Skillshare so much, is because you can take it with you on the go, and if you want to learn a new skill while you're traveling or even from the comfort of your own home, you can do so. But I took this DSLR learning path while I was out in Egypt, and it really helped me deepen my understanding of my camera that I use, which helped me get the best photos while I was out there. So I'd highly recommend checking out this learning path if you want to really level up your photography and if you have a DSLR camera. But they also have classes that you can take when it comes to iPhone photography or even photo or video editing and so much more. So whatever skill that it is that you want to build or a hobby that you would love to step into, Skillshare will have a learning path or class for you. And if this sounds like something that's up your alley, the first 500 people to click the link down below in the description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. And again, the first 500 people to use that link down below in the description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. And thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right back into today's pick a card reading. Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have a new pick a card reading, and this one is all about your life in 3 months from now. If you are new to these types of videos, hello and welcome. I read the tarot cards and channel messages for your highest good at this time, and whenever you feel called towards this video is timeless, and it is going to reveal exactly where you are going to be 3 months from now from when you clicked on this video. So I'm very excited to get into it. And the way that this is going to work is you're going to use your intuition to intuitively choose one of the 4 groups. And your intuition knows exactly which group is going to hold all of the relevant information for you. So you might feel visually magnetized towards one of the groups. Sometimes you may even feel magnetized towards multiple groups, and that just means there's multiple messages for you in this video. But most of the time, it's just one group that's going to stand out to you that you might feel a magnetic pull towards. If you're visually not feeling called to any of the groups, another thing that I like to do is to hold my hand over each of the piles and wait until I feel a magnetic sensation, or sometimes even like a hot or cold sensation will come through my hand as I glide through each of the piles. And that's another way to tap into your intuition. Your intuition is a powerful, subtle force that is always in tune with your energy. And your intuition is going to know, again, exactly which group is meant for you. So over here we have group number 1. If you're drawn to this one, that's going to be your pile. This one has a stunning piece of angel aura quartz on top. So here is a close-up of the crystal. So if you're drawn to this group or towards this crystal, that is going to be your reading that's going to reveal all about your life in the next 3 months. And then on group number 2, we have this gorgeous piece of amethyst. So if you find yourself drawn towards the amethyst or group number 2, that is going to be your pile. Then group number 3, we have this gorgeous sunset aura quartz. So if you find yourself drawn to the sunset aura quartz, then this is going to be your pile. And then over on group number 4, we have a gorgeous piece of opalite. So if you're drawn to the opalite or group number 4, that is going to be your pile. So those are our 4 group options. And again, take as much time as you need in today's video. You can even pause the video in order to take more time to intuitively choose the pile that you're the most drawn towards. But I do want you to know that intuition usually speaks very quickly. And so usually it's the first initial feeling that you get towards one of the piles, and that's going to be your intuition speaking to you. And then there's timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box so that you can easily navigate through this video and skip right ahead to your personal reading all about your life in 3 months from now. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video, and without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, my group number 1s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, my group 1s, let's go ahead and find out your future in the next 3 months. So where are you gonna be? What's gonna be the most major things? We have Saturn in Virgo in the 7th house. So the 7th house deals with our intimate, close relationships. Saturn is the planet of responsibilities, commitments, discipline. It's also getting stuff done, making things really committed. It's when we commit to things. And being in the 7th house, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on in your love life where there's a higher level of commitment, or within your close relationships of some kind. If you are already in a relationship, I do see that relationship becoming closer, like there's a higher level of commitment there, especially with Virgo being here as well. Like I see tons of communication, figuring things out, planning something. Ooh, some of you might even be getting engaged, planning a wedding. You might even be doing something big like that, or planning how to like move in with your significant other. If you're not in a relationship, I would not be surprised if you do get into a relationship that is one that is committed. It's solid. It is, yeah. If you're already in a relationship and you're already married and all of that, this would be somehow going to a higher level of commitment together, and getting a lot of support from one another. This can also occasionally talk about business partnerships. So if you are in a phase of your life where you are needing more support within business, oh my goodness, Virgo and Saturn in the 7th house, like this is the energy that is taking things to the next level. If you are like an entrepreneur and you're looking to expand your business, or you're looking to find a business partner, or you're looking to hire more people, this is getting the connections to all the right people, freelancers that can really help you up level in that business, things like that. So this is great for partnerships. That's what I want to say. It's great for partnerships. So whether that be within your love life or within business, but partnerships are definitely going to be quite significant for you in 3 months from now. So let's see what else we have. We also have the King of Pentacles. Wow. So for a lot of you, this might definitely be talking about career, ascension, because King of Pentacles, he's so productive. He gets things done. If this is not about career for you, then King of Pentacles, he's also just very committed. He's solid, and he's putting in the work to make a big vision come to life. The King is the leader. So I see you being so much more of a leader in your life in the next 3 months, and really stepping up into this position of feeling like you have got it together. I wonder if you're doing changes right now where you're really committed to seeing growth. Maybe you're really committed to creating a much more solid, secure foundation for yourself. King of Pentacles, he is one that harvests the fruits of his labor. So maybe you've been doing things where you've been putting a lot of efforts in. Maybe you've been stepping more into your confidence to be the leader of your life, to be more of the creator, to speak more of what you desire, and to put in the action, to put in the effort and the work to get to a particular result that you desire. Because yeah, this is definitely like your energy is leadership energy in the next 3 months, and it's very solid. Like it's like you're rooting down into something. When I think about the King of Pentacles, it roots down, and whenever you think about something rooting, it then also blossoms on the top, and then you get the fruits of your labor. So for some reason, I just see you rooting down and then getting the fruits of your labor here in the next 3 months, and feeling so much more ascended and proud of yourself and expanded, I would say a word for you would be committed, expansive, and stable, prosperous, and abundant. The King of Pentacles, he's so abundant. We also do have the Two of Cups being reversed. So one thing that I'm seeing is you're learning a lot when it comes to relationships. How to really lead and speak your mind in a relationship. When the Two of Cups is reversed, we're looking at things that maybe are imbalanced right now when it comes to our relationship. So maybe this could be the fact that we feel single and we're looking for somebody, and maybe we're doing a lot of work to get to that, and what I see is like that's definitely coming. Or perhaps in your business you feel like, oh my God, I need more support, I need more help. Maybe you feel that in your love life. There's somewhere in your life where you're needing more support and needing more help, and what I'm seeing is that that's coming for you in the next 3 months. But this is something that I feel like right now you are working towards, and well, that card just like flew right out. Nine of Cups, this is the wish card. The Nine of Cups is literally the card of getting what you wished for. So what is it that you are wishing for right now? Because there's some sort of success that's coming in that is like, yes, 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 yes. There could even be other relationships in your life, or even a past relationship that you are reflecting on and you're like, okay, I'm no longer going to make those same choices. I'm no longer going to live in those same patterns. And because of that realization and because of that commitment that you're making towards change and towards integrating those previous realizations and things like that, this is really leading you towards massive results in your life. So the next 3 months, Nine of Cups is literally getting something that you've been wishing for. So let's see, what else do we have for you here? My group ones. Ooh, a couple cards flew out here. So we also have the Emperor being reversed, and then the Nine of Pentacles upright. Wow, double nines. These two nines are very positive. The Emperor as well. All of a sudden I heard the word self-improvement. The fact that the Emperor is showing up reversed right here, self-improvement. Another thing that I'm seeing you working on is the confidence in yourself. Because perhaps there's something where we felt like we weren't the perfect leader, or we just weren't as confident in ourselves. We thought like this can be imposter syndrome. The Emperor being reversed can be imposter syndrome. It can also sometimes indicate relationships with our father, or sometimes our significant other, occasionally, sometimes, but most of the time the Emperor represents the father figure. So I would see healing around that coming through, and also making yourself proud. Nine of Pentacles is the card that talks about the harvest, which is exactly what I was seeing in the King of Pentacles when he came out, was this energy of being able to harvest the fruits of your labor. The Emperor can also be when we've doubted ourselves, but all of a sudden we start seeing the progress and we're like, wait a second, I don't need to doubt myself anymore, because I'm actually seeing that the action that I'm putting in, the work that I'm putting in, is producing some results here. So it's this energy of, oh, let me continue what I'm doing because I'm actually seeing some results and some progress. And the Nine of Pentacles is when we feel really stable in our finances. It's also when we feel really like in love with our environment. So there could also be some sort of changes that are happening within your environment, such as your home. The Nine of Pentacles is when we're surrounded by things that make us feel good, comforts, when we're surrounded by beauty, when we're surrounded by things that we're almost just walking around our own home and our own place and our own environment, and we're thinking, oh my gosh, look at how beautiful this is. Look at what I've achieved. Look at what I've created. Okay, so there could even be something that you're creating right now or being creative with, that you are going to be looking at, you know, what you've done and being very proud of that. So that is what we have here. Let's go ahead and dive into some more cards about your life in 3 months. If there's a material thing that you are after right now, I'm only saying this because there's like these 2 pentacle cards that are showing up. So if there's something that you've been wishing for materially, I see that wish happening. If there's also something that you've been wishing for when it comes to your relationship or potential relationship, I'm also seeing this really coming through as well. I'm seeing sorting out, ooh, there's another message coming through here. If there's something in your life right now or someone where you are having a conflict with them, or there's a little bit of confusion, or there's a little bit of like an energy that needs to be addressed between you and another person, and this is like a close relationships. This is like a really close friendship, business partnership, somebody that you work with, or significant other. This is going to be addressed over the next 3 months. And I'm seeing this coming to a really, really positive conclusion. 9 of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles here, like I'm really seeing like a positive conclusion when it comes to this. Also with the Emperor being reversed too, if there's somebody in your life who kind of puts you down or holds you back or makes you feel like you're not worthy or cannot achieve something, I'm also seeing you like, I almost want to say proving them wrong, or at least getting to a point where you feel so confident in yourself because of the results that you're achieving that it almost just doesn't even matter what that person says or thinks anymore, because you're seeing your own potential and your own progress and really stepping into that. And I just see that being a very positive thing for you. So let's see more about your own personal transformation with these archetype cards. A bit more about what's transforming on a personal level for you in the next 3 months. Okay, we have the Knight card coming out for you. So the Knight, let's see. The light positive attributes are loyalty, romance, chivalry, and a love of honor. The shadow attributes is allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. So if there's been anything, again, in your past when it comes to love and romance where maybe things didn't work out for you before, you're deeply learning from those things and shifting them within these next 3 months. If there is a relationship that you still need to let go of, that maybe you're still kind of clinged onto, that's holding you back from finding somebody who is actually a good match for you, I'm also seeing that transforming. Like your relationships are transforming, and it's sort of like this commitment to, I only want committed healthy, like Virgo's health. It's related to our health energy. And so if there's anything that was negative, either in your past or something that you're still sort of dragging along with you that needs to be let go of or addressed or fixed, this is going to be transforming and healing within these next 3 months. Again, this could be romantically, but it could also be within business or career, a type of relationship there that does need to be healed, addressed, and fixed, okay? So the Knight is talking about that. Also, the Knight reminds me of a knight in shining armor. So if you've been waiting for that, if you've been needing that, if you've been wanting something like that, I'm also seeing that energy coming through. If you would be the archetype of the Knight, this is you stepping into becoming the knight in shining armor. So rather than having destructive tendencies, or rather than avoiding the action that you know that you need to take, because if you think about the Knight, like they're the ones that go on the quests. They're the ones that put in the effort, they put in the work, they put in the fight to achieve what they desire. I'm seeing you stepping more into that light attribute of the Knight, where it's like, I'm on my quest, I'm going to achieve the results, I'm going to put it forward, and it's this bravery. Like when I think about the Knight energy, it's bravery, and it is a productive energy. I'm going to put this in the center. And it is very connected to romance, but it is also connected to taking action and getting things done. So depending on how this reading is resonating for you, again, it is a general reading. So this could be talking about your love life, or this could be talking more about your kind of career sort of life. It could go in either of those directions, right? But you'll know exactly where it fits in for you. It could also be talking about both for you. Perhaps you've been dealing with both of these things, both of these aspects of love and career, and they're kind of reflecting one another. So these next 3 months is going to be a big transformation for you. And let's see what else we get for my group ones the next 3 months for you. Ooh, let's see what this one is. So we have self-reverence. Let's get one more of these cards. Oh, let's go with that. Those ones wanted to come out. Okay, so we also have divine initiation, and then we also have integration. Okay, divine initiation and integration. Okay, so a couple things that I'm seeing is when we think about an initiation and the fact that this is the number 1 card, so it's like the first card, it talks about a new beginning. It talks about a spark that comes in. So there's some sort of new beginning in the next 3 months where it's like this initiation of, ooh, I'm gonna start this new thing. I'm gonna go on this new beginning. There's some sort of new thing here, and I believe it's gonna have to deal with commitment. Like it's something that you're gonna commit yourself to, and it's gonna open up a new chapter for you. Integration, I feel like you're integrating a lot of things that you've learned from your past, and because of that, that's gonna be the main cause of this initiation. It's going to be the main cause of this new beginning. The fact that you're integrating all these old things and learning from your past, it means that the past is no longer going to repeat itself. And then also with self-reverence here, this is when you stick true to yourself, regardless of where other people are trying to push you or guide you or what other people might think is best for you. Self-reverence is when you're like, you know what? I know what I desire. I know what I want. And I know my values. I know my path. Like, it's really stepping into yourself, trusting yourself. And that's something that I'm really seeing you stepping into. Like the fact that we had the Emperor reversed before, I feel like that's your old energy that you're stepping out of and moving away from. And then you're stepping into this self-reverence where you are the leader of your life. No longer are you waiting for other people's approval. No longer are you feeling pressured by other people's opinions and thoughts. Self-reverence is like really when we own our own energy and we're kind of like, you know what? Regardless of what you think or say about me, that doesn't even matter. Because I'm my own person, I have my own values and opinions, and I value them more than I value anybody else's. And so I really see you stepping into that like self-empowerment. And I almost want to say it's kind of like the energy of, or it's 100% you calling your power back and stepping into your power, stepping into your life. And I feel like that's going to be a whole new chapter for you. And it's going to allow so much more freedom in your life. And this energy of being the leader, being the creator. Because it's really hard to like feel pressure from other people in your life and, try to be your own person, but yet we feel pressured by everybody else. Like sometimes we have to learn how to get over that pressure and no longer feel that regardless of what other people say, because other people, they're going to do their own thing anyway. They're going to always spread their opinions. They're going to always spread their own energy, and you can't stop that, right? So it's about becoming so powerful and strong within yourself, having so much confidence and self-belief and self-inner knowing that you just reclaim your power, and those things don't even faze you anymore. It doesn't even bother you. It's like, sure, people can give their opinions and their judgments, but at the end of the day, we're just like, that it doesn't mean as much to you. It's not as potent. It doesn't trigger you as much because it doesn't have as much weight, because all of the, like, where you put your weight in your opinions is on your own values and things like that. So I see you fully transmuting that old energy. I feel like it's gonna just allow you to expand so much more, which is gonna be really positive. And let's see what else we have. My group ones, I feel like one card from this deck, and then we're gonna go into our last oracle cards here. So, oh, I feel these two. We have the Lovers. Wow, okay, so definite like relationships are improving. So the Lovers, whenever the Lovers pops up, it can talk about, again, intimate love relationships, but at the same time, it can also talk about business partnerships and things like that. So it's just close relationships that we're very tied to in some way. So if you are single, I'm totally seeing a relationship coming in for you if that's been something that you've been trying to manifest in your life. If you've been trying to manifest more business partnerships, again, this is repeating that same message. Priestess is you stepping up into your power. We also have the number 1 showing up again, which is again a new beginning. So you stepping into your total light, and there's a very important connection that is taking place in 3 months from now. A very important connection, because Spirit has repeated that message throughout this whole video. A very important connection coming in. So what we have here is I should have been blank. Okay, so where do you feel in your life like you should have been something else? I should have been blank. You know those afterthoughts that we get after like a confrontation or after a certain scenario? We might have those thoughts of like, oh, I should have handled it this way. I should have been this instead. I should have done that. Where do you feel that in your life? Because this is going to be something that gets addressed in these next 3 months. Also, if you feel out of alignment with who you're actually supposed to be, because maybe we feel pressures from other people, and maybe you have this internal feeling like, oh, I should have been this, I should have done that, I should have honored, like what is true to your core, right? Where have you been out of alignment with what is your inner truth? Because that's the biggest question coming up. And that's going to be a main focus over these next 3 months of you shedding the mask of who you're not and then stepping into more of who you are. Okay. And then we also have your last card, maintain peace. This is going to be your mantra over the next 3 months, is maintaining peace. And the way that we maintain peace as well is not through people pleasing. A lot of the times we try to maintain peace through like people pleasing or being inauthentic, but you actually don't feel peaceful when you do that. And you might have also realized that. The way to actually maintain your peace is to honor yourself, to be authentic. Then you feel peaceful, especially when you feel empowered to do so. When you no longer put as much emphasis and weight on other people's wants, needs, and opinions, but instead you put the emphasis on your own because you realize that that's actually the most important thing. That's where you maintain peace, is when you honor that. And you're no longer getting fazed by what other people do, think, or say. And it comes through owning and honoring your inner power and your inner values, your own inner authenticity, and putting more value on that than you put on other external things. So that's going to be a major shift that's happening for you over these next 3 months. My group number 1s, there's lots of change happening for you, lots of different things that we went through in today's video. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Also, I feel like I forgot to address these 2 cards. This is reclaiming your power. This is transmuting the old, transmuting the past into something new that can actually be very worthwhile, worth your time, worth your energy. So transmuting a past experience, transmuting something that was negative into something that's actually positive and helps you move forward. So I just wanted to add that in there because I feel like I just realized that I forgot to kind of touch on those last couple cards. But that's what that is. Thank you again so much for joining me here, and I'm sending you all so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 2s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, so starting off with our Astro Dice, let's see the next 3 months, the major focuses. So we have Pluto in Scorpio in the 10th house. The 10th house is the house of our goals and our career and our aspirations and where we are climbing the ladder to get to. The fact that we have Pluto in Scorpio, both of these deal with transformations. Pluto is the planet that causes transformations, and it gets rid of anything that is no longer serving us, anything that is standing in the way of what is truly meant for us. It also helps us get rid of like negative habits or other things that are unconsciously in our lives that are holding us back from our ultimate potential. So one of the biggest things that I'm seeing for you is a massive change there. Scorpio also deals with digging up those old energies and getting rid of them and transmuting them and transforming them. And you can think about these energies like the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. It's a huge transformation, and it helps us let go of what no longer serves us. So if the caterpillar body is no longer serving us and it's time for us to up level in order to reach our goals and grow some wings, Pluto removes blocks from our lives, and it also removes things, again, that are no longer serving us, but it also brings us a gift at the end of it. Because if you think about a transformation, just like the caterpillar becoming a butterfly, Pluto's the energy that gives you your wings, right? It maybe took away your caterpillar body, but in the end, it gave you a gift that really ascended you. And so there's going to be some major change happening for you in your life over these next 3 months. Major change, let me say, because Pluto creates massive shifts, massive changes, especially being in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. But it's going to help you realize and get to more of your deepest potentials. It's going to help ascend you towards a higher achievement that you've been wanting to get to. If any of you have been thinking about a career change, or if you've been feeling like there's going to be a career change at some point, this would absolutely be pointing to that. If there's another goal that you have in your life, or if you're even in schooling right now or something like this, there's going to be some massive changes coming along with that. And perhaps you've been already planning a certain change like this, or it might even come in an unexpected way. However, Pluto is always aligning us to what is most meant for us, and it's always helping us achieve what is going to be best for us. Queen of Cups coming up as well. So emotionally, the Queen of Cups is connected to how we feel. And it is also connected to our nurture and our emotions and our love. So what I'm also seeing for you within these next 3 months is so much more self-love, rinsing away the old. Like it almost feels like there's something where you're wanting to like wash away the old or kind of have a rebirth or a renewal. That's coming through. If there's something that you want to grow, this could be internal self-growth or the growth of a dream that you have outside of you. This is also being able to nurture that to have the growth. Because if you think about the cups, it's the water element. So it's like watering the seed to allow it to grow. This could also be watering yourself so that you can grow or so that you can find more fulfillment. And that's going to be a big focus for you, is this focus on fulfillment. This focus on feeling emotionally cared for, emotionally nurtured, emotionally understood. If there's something that you are going through right now that you want to step more into the nurturing aspect of yourself, that's going to be coming through within these next 3 months. So let's see. I'm also seeing, because another thing about the Queen of Cups, she romanticizes life. She lives in her passion. She lives in the energy of, let me find the best ways to fill my cup throughout my entire day. Do you know the expression like having your cup full, having a full cup? Like it talks about your emotional fulfillment, your energetic fulfillment, fulfillment overall, right? And the Queen of Cups, she prioritizes her fulfillment. So that's something that you're also going to be doing. I see that you're like romanticizing life more and focusing on fulfillment. I'm also seeing healing coming through massively. Oh my goodness, the fact that we have the Three of Swords coming up as well. Spirit is wanting to talk about the healing of something. So something in your life, perhaps you've had a broken heart around. This could be something from your past. This could be something that recently happened. This could even be something that's just like you already sort of see happening in your life. You can kind of already feel this thing taking place that maybe we know we need to let go of something. Maybe there's something that's been emotionally draining us or weighing on us. Healing is coming through here. Massive healing. Where you are going to have a full heart again. And no longer feel weighed down by whatever this issue was, whatever this scenario was. It won't have that same emotional pull on you anymore. So I do see tons of healing happening there. We also have the Emperor being reversed. That's quite interesting because the Emperor reverse came up for the last group as well. So that's, what an interesting coincidence. However, this could be, some of you, this could be healing a relationship in your life, emotionally healing from it, emotionally healing from someone. This can also be internal healing towards yourself, which I also want to speak about. This is a general reading, so I just speak about all the different energies that I feel coming through. But the Emperor can, especially when he's reversed, can indicate when we feel a lack of confidence in ourselves, we lack self-belief, or we even feel like we don't feel worthy of our desires. Maybe it emotionally weighs on us. Maybe the way that we view ourselves, our self-image has been one where we feel like not our best about ourselves. Like there's this lack of confidence when it comes to ourselves. And I'm seeing that this is something that you're transforming as well. And I do feel, ooh, Spirit is really wanting to say that this is an inner transformation towards yourself, especially because of this Pluto energy that we have coming through. I feel like a lot of you, this is healing the inner self and getting to a place where you actually feel confident in yourself. You feel fulfilled rather than feeling this harsh energy or this harsh critic or this like, I'm not good enough, or I don't feel worthy of that, or I'm never going to be that, or there's something here that has been coming up for you that is going to be addressed over these next 3 months. So let's see what else we have for you. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. This is going to bring you the confidence to really start to water the seeds of your intentions. There's almost something where maybe, I almost see you changing your life goals in a major way. Like, let's talk about this for a second. This is a message coming through. I almost see you being like, hold on a second. I've been building a life that I don't actually want just because of the fact that I just didn't believe in myself to go for what I truly wanted. Or maybe you didn't even know what it was that you truly wanted prior, but you've been kind of unsatisfied with the way things have been in your current reality. And I'm almost seeing you planting new seeds of intentions, getting the courage to believe in yourself, to heal those past beliefs, those past wounds, and be like, you know what? Let me water the freaking seeds that I actually want to water. Like, let me dream bigger. That's this, is like, let me go for something more. And I see you doing that. Seven of Pentacles is like, I'm putting in the effort. Look at, she's like growing this plant. She's watering it, which is exactly what I was saying over here. I'm also seeing this. This could also be another aspect, is putting more effort into yourself, starting to see your own beauty and being like, you know what, I'm going to put in the effort to love myself. And there could be a big achievement that you're wanting to do on a personal level, a big achievement such as putting your health and your body first. And it might take long, hard work. It might take commitment, because Seven of Pentacles does talk about the fact that there will be commitment in order to achieve the full result that you want. And it also talks about, even what it says on the top, long-term investments, which is exactly what I was about to say, and then I realized it said that right on the top. So yeah, long-term investments. There is a long-term investment that you're making towards yourself. This could be healing, growth, getting back into a healthy place in your body. This could also be externally dealing with your career or with other big goals that you have in your life that you're like, I want to reach that. Therefore, I'm going to decide to make that commitment. I'm actually going to put in the time, effort, and energy. And the reason why I feel like you're having the confidence to do that is because you're healing this old energy. You're healing this, okay? Then we also have the Magician coming through, which I love that this card came up for you. Oh my goodness. The Magician is one of my favorite cards in all of the tarot because it talks about the inner magic. You're tapping into your inner magic. And when the Magician comes up, it is when we tap into our energy of being able to manifest our infinite potential. The Magician is usually shown with a figure 8, and I feel like there's kind of a figure 8 going on over here with this like whimsical thing. Anyway, the figure 8 symbolizes infinity. You're tapping into your infinite potential over these next 3 months. You're doing things where you're healing, you're realizing, oh my gosh, I deserve so much more. I can achieve so much more. I can have bigger dreams. I can actually get to this big goal that maybe I had so much self-doubt around before. But let's not do that anymore. Let's not have that self-doubt. Let me realize that, you know what, I can do this. I can make this happen, okay? So we're also going to shuffle these cards to get out an archetype card, which is going to reveal more about your own personal transformation over these next 3 months. So let's see. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. We have Midas. So anyway, let's see what this one says. The light attributes are entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. Okay, shadow attributes, hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. My group twos. The fact that we had the 10 or the 10th house, coming up over here when we first did our Astro Dice, I felt like there was something going on here with career for you. Because the 10th house talks about our career, it talks about our big goals and aspirations in life. Clearly you have some big ones, but healing, so let's get into what this healing is. Has there been this obsessive fear that you are just gonna lose everything that you've worked for? Is there this obsessive fear that's like, I don't trust that I can make wealth and keep wealth? Or do I not trust that I can make success and be able to sustain and stabilize that success so that that success is stable and constant? Or do we feel like it's always going to be this like huge wave of where, oh, success one moment and then crash back down, and then we have to work so hard, success again, crash back down? Do we feel like that's our world right now? Also, when it talks about hoarding money and emotions, there could also be a thing where we need to heal regarding, like, do we feel like we can't spend our money because we just feel like we're going to lose it? Or even, again, it talks about emotions as well. So when emotionally, do we feel like we have to hold back emotionally out of an obsessive fear of losing people in our lives in terms of if we express our emotions to them? Do we feel like we're going to lose love? Do we feel like we're not worthy of love? Do we feel like we're going to lose what we have and we feel like we need to cling on to it? Okay, because this is a transformation that you're going to be making over these next 3 months. This is a big realization that's been coming to you. Like, it's this thing of like, I need to heal that. Otherwise, I'm going to keep creating that, because our beliefs and our emotions create our behaviors and our actions. So What you're going to be transforming into, stepping into, is the entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold and delight in sharing life's riches. So this is the feeling of, you know what? I am abundant. Let me also share my abundance. Let me also share my emotions and realize that I can turn anything into gold. And even if I have a problem that I need to bring up to someone, in me bringing that up, I can turn that dark negative cloud, I can turn that dark emotion into something positive because I can express it. And then I trust in my ability to be able to communicate and work through it with that person, that I know and trust that it's going to turn into something much more positive rather than me repressing it, holding on to it, and holding on to it with the fear that I'm going to ruin everything. So it's talking about that on an emotional aspect, but also when it comes to your money and finances. And a lot of the times, both of them reflect each other. So you might be feeling that in both areas of your life. Or maybe you're even just feeling that in just one. Either way, it's still, this is what you're transforming. Okay, this is what you're going to be transforming. This is what that Three of Swords was referring to. It's that emotional dark cloud of like, I'm going to lose everything, or what have I already lost, or this energy of self-criticism even, feeling not good enough, feeling this emotional burden. The Three of Swords is an emotional burden on your heart. It's weighing on your heart. It's not allowing you to feel abundant and expansive with love. It's almost like we feel held back. So you might be feeling that in your career, might be feeling that in a relationship of some kind, but either way, this is what's healing. You're here to heal it within these next 3 months, and you're going to be healing this, which is so beautiful. So we're going to put this one in the center actually, and then we're going to go into some more cards. So let's see, my group 2s, what else is going to be happening for you over the next 3 months? I'm really feeling like these 2 cards want to come out. We have Protect Your Energy. Oh my goodness. Wow. And then we also have Sacred Path. Okay. You're being called to go on a new path, but in this new path, this is time to protect your energy and to also trust in protection, to trust that you are protected. Okay. So sometimes when we are feeling all those insecurities that we were talking about, feeling those fears and those doubts and those anxieties, we don't feel protected. We're also not protecting our energy in those situations, because now we're going to be taking action from a place of fear, from a place of lack. And wherever we take our action from, whatever our action is stemmed from, will also build our result. So when we take action from a place of abundance, from a place of love, that leads to abundance and love. When we take action from a place that's rooted in fear and doubt, it's only ever going to perpetuate that as the result, right? So this is now time to be more conscious and protect your energy. And over these next 3 months, there's a whole new path opening up. Look, you're walking through a new doorway of change. You're getting out of this desert where it was almost like we felt parched, we felt dry, we felt like there was we had to squeeze like a dried lemon to try to get our lemonade. You know what I mean? Like, that's sort of the analogy that's coming through. And I just see you leaving that behind, going on this new path, taking this new initiation and starting fresh, starting new, from a place of feeling more protected. And through healing this, I feel like there's so many more things that are coming about that are going to allow you to heal this. Like, this is you stepping into seeing abundance and also figuring out how to actually grow abundance rather than growing fear and doubt. Which seed were you watering? Okay? Which seed were you watering? Were you watering the fear and doubt and growing that and looking at it more in effort to actually avoid it? Because here's the psychological paradox. The more we feed fear and doubt, and a lot of the times we actually unconsciously are feeding fear and doubt because we think that the more attention that we give to the fear and doubt, we think that we'll be more prepared to avoid it. But the thing is, that's the same as like driving your car and looking at all the roads that you want to avoid in hopes that you're not going to drive down them, but then you're not looking at the path that you actually want to go down, so you don't even see where that path is, because all you're trying to do is avoid all the paths that you don't want. And therefore, you keep looking at those ones. But what happens in that scenario? Are you going to be able to drive the car and navigate in the proper direction in that case? No. And then, of course, if that's the only plant, that's the only seed that we're paying attention to, that's the one that we're watering the most, that's the one that we're giving the most attention to, that's the one that's going to grow the most in your life. It's going to become the most prevalent in your life. So again, when we're focusing on fear and doubt, most predominantly when it comes to our money and finances, or when it comes to our love or anything else in our life, if it is predominantly backed by the emotions of I need to focus on this, and it stems from a place of fear and doubt and scarcity and lack, that is what you are growing in your life. That is the path that you are following. That is where you're putting your energy. So when we focus and we water the other seeds, things are going to start changing for you. And I know it's this weird paradox, because we think, oh my God, but if I don't focus on the fear and doubt, I'm going to accidentally slip up and create more of that. Because we think by focusing on it, we're better prepared to avoid it, but we're not. Yes, we can glance at it. It's important, just like with driving a car. You can use the same analogy of driving a car. It's important to glance in your rear view mirror. It's important to glance in your side view mirrors. It's important to glance in all those directions, every few seconds. But is it where your predominant focus is the whole time? No, oh my God. If you're trying to drive straight, but you're looking in your rear view mirror and your side view mirrors most predominantly, that's going to be really hard to go in the direction that you want. So you have to most predominantly focus your energy in the direction that you want, from the place of trusting, from the place of prosperity, from the place of expansion, from the place of inspiration, from the place of love, from the place of belief, from the place of inner knowing in yourself. That's the stem, that's the root that we want to have in order to achieve what we desire. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent right now. Some people like my tangents, and some people I know that they're like, okay, get on with the reading. But hopefully the majority of you enjoy the tangents, because I find them powerful. But anyway, let's see what else we get for you, my beautiful group twos. Let's see. Okay, we have love. Self-love, self-belief is coming through, hearts on fire. So that's going to be a huge predominant thing for you, is bringing in more love and passion, backing your actions by love rather than by fear and scarcity. And then we also have the underworld coming through. I love this card. So if right now you're listening to any of this reading and you're thinking like, oh no, I've been stuck in this negativity and blah, blah, blah. You're actually going to realize that this has served you greatly. And I know that can sound weird when you're still going through the difficult period. But one thing I want you to know, the underworld card, look how she's crystallizing and becoming a beautiful crystal. Crystals are formed under pressure. The pressure that you've been feeling in your life over the past few months, or even the past few years, whatever pressure, however long that's been building for, has actually been serving you. And within the next 3 months, I think you're going to start to see how that's been serving you, and how that has actually helped you grow and become stronger, more resilient, more shiny, more bright, more lustrous. It has literally been doing that for you. And that's going to be something that you're going to be seeing over the next 3 months. Also reflect, you're going to be learning so much from the past, and it's going to be helping you become the new you, because there is a new you that you're transforming into. We're always transforming into the new. And this transformation for you, I think, is going to be so powerful. It's bringing you towards more of being able to achieve higher, greater things. If you have big goals or dreams, or if you even have even just minor goals and dreams that might just feel big to you and far away from you, or whatever dreams that you have, whatever goals that you have, you are getting so much more in alignment with them, and you are making the transformations necessary to get you to those achievements. Like the fact that we even have the 10th house coming up here and the fact that we have Pluto here, the universe is working in your favor to help you transform to achieving whatever that is. So I just want to give a clap for you. This is exciting. So let's see. Let's get maybe 1 or 2 cards from here and then move on to our last oracle deck. So we have the Archer, okay. Align, focus, pivot, surrender. So you are definitely aligning and taking action in the right direction. And I feel like you're pinpointing exactly what it is that you want. There's going to be so much more clarity coming through for you over these next 3 months. And I'm also seeing you being like, you know what, I'm confident to hit my target. There might be a target that you have. Maybe you have a goal that you specifically wrote down that you're like, I want to reach this. I want to make this happen. There's going to be some realignment happening, some transformations over these next 3 months that are going to help you reach that target. And the fact that we have Love and Love Maker coming through, I just feel so much more passion behind your path. So rather than feeling like your path has been difficult and hard and impossible and all of that, I really feel this transformation coming through where it's like the passion comes back, the inspiration comes back, the energy, the lighting your heart on fire, the things that light your heart on fire, that is coming back for you in your life. That is what is going to be cultivated over the next 3 months. And yeah, I'm just seeing a big transformation with that. So I also see you with self-love, like being more inspired by yourself. And one of the most important things that I like to live by is become the person who you are most inspired by. So rather than looking at other people for inspiration, ask yourself, how can you become the person that inspires you the most? Because that's the most powerful place to be, right? How can you step into that? So first off, you have to ask yourself, what are the qualities, what are the things that you are most inspired by in other people? Then ask yourself, how can you become that to where you are the person that you are most inspired by? Because let me tell you right now, you are totally capable of that. And I always live my life by that. Well, at least I try to. Of course, I have days where I have off days, but that's something that I always remind myself of. So your last 2 cards here, my beautiful group 2s. We have trust is a muscle. Allow yourself to let go and know that what is meant for you is coming. Trust is a muscle. Oh my goodness. And trust is the most powerful force in the universe. When you trust that your intentions are actually being heard and coming to you, like when you're trying to manifest something, if you actually trust that that thing is going to happen, that is the energy that will actually bring it to you faster. It's going to magnetize towards you so much faster. Then we also have, do not worry about where you have been or where you're going. Focus on the present moment, okay? Don't worry about where you've been, because where you've been has nothing to do with where you're going. Let me tell you that right now. You can immediately in the present moment say like, oh no, I'm a different person right now, so the past is irrelevant to where I'm going. So do not focus on your past. Do not put emphasis on anything in your past to define what your future could be, because your future could be anything, okay? And also, don't worry about where you're going. So when you worry about where you're going, again, we're bringing up those negative emotions that are leading us in the wrong direction. So don't worry about it. Focus on the love, the inspiration, the creativity. Focus on the yes, the success. Become the person that you're the most inspired by. Like that is the key. That is it. And I'm just seeing you doing that transformation to become that. And that's the vibe. So that is what we have going on over here. Also, it's interesting that you chose the amethyst. It's interesting that I put amethyst on this group because amethyst is the crystal that helps us break old habits. It also helps us heal and let go of things that no longer serve us. And it also helps us step into our higher royalty. Amethyst used to be regarded as the stone of royals and associated to royalty. And it's about you stepping up into your power to see that you are like, you're worthy of it all, okay? It's a stone that helps us with our self-worth. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm sending you all so much love. And my camera cut out right as I was saying bye. But anyway, love you. See you next time. Bye. All right, my group number 3s, if you chose this pile, this is going to reveal all about where you're going to be 3 months from now. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so starting with our Aster dice, let's see, my group 3s, we have Venus in Scorpio in the 8th house. So Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and money. Scorpio is the planet of transformations. The 8th house is our shared resources with other people. It also deals with our investments, money, and it also is the house of our deepest desires and also sex and things like that. So one thing that I'm gathering from this, especially with Venus being in the 8th house right here, is some sort of help when it comes to your finances. Like this could be things such as getting a loan or even getting some support where you're able to feel more supported financially in your life, especially with Venus being here. Like this is just a really great energy for that. Also, I'm really feeling this energy of you feeling more beautiful, feeling more stable, feeling more in the feminine energy, which is the creative, more kind of go with the flow energy where you feel more nurtured, more taken care of, and more whole. If there's like a debt that you have to pay off, I'm also seeing like a total support with that. Or again, if you're seeking a loan for something, like maybe you're wanting to buy a car, maybe you're wanting to buy a house, I'm seeing that going well and finding like a good lender for that. Or if you've been needing support in another aspect of your life financially, I'm seeing that coming through as well. So let's see what else we get for the next 3 months for you. Let's see, my group 3s, what else do we have happening for you? Some significant stuff for the next 3 months. Oh, I feel like that card on the top wants to come out. We have Page of Pentacles. So when we were talking about like loans and money and support and finances and things like that, this is a card that absolutely confirms that is going to be happening. If you have been needing that, if you have been wishing for that, if there is something that, like a big purchase that you want to make, like getting a home, for example, Venus is very much connected to the home. This would be great for that. If you want to take out a loan to open up a business, this is also really great for that. So yeah, that is all the energies that's like a really significant energy that's happening for you, I would say. In the next 3 months, that's a very significant thing that is happening. I also see you attaining that physical thing that you've been wanting, whatever that physical thing is, whether again that be simply as paying off a debt or getting a home, getting the keys to a home, or other stuff like that. But let's see what else we have here. I see you being in a better place monetarily in your life. Page of Pentacles is also when we are embarking on a new journey, but it's new in terms of our career or our physical material reality. So there's a new beginning that's opening up for you there. And I really feel like it's like a new car or home for a lot of you. Like I would say 80% of you that chose this group, this is like a new car or home, or at least getting the plans and the finances in order for that. And then this would be you going out and seeking, okay, now that I have all of that under wraps, now I can go out and actually explore, what am I going to buy? What am I going to put that money towards? What am I going to do from here on out? This could also be a loan for going to school, by the way. So some of you like student loans and things like that, maybe even paying off student loans. This is a total energy reflecting that as well, or getting accepted into a certain school, getting the support and help that you need in order to get that acceptance. Let's see my group 3s. What else do we have? Ooh, we also have Knight of Pentacles coming through. Yeah, so there's a lot of action that's going to be taken and moving forward in the next 3 months regarding this sort of opportunity that's coming your way where you're going to feel more supported. And then it just feels like things are moving forward. The Knight of Pentacles, he's on the quest. He's making things happen. He's dedicated to the process. He's also so much more stable. Like he comes with this energy of stability, He is slower moving, but he's so solid. He's so sure of himself. Like, this is a very for sure thing that's happening in your life. It seems like there's a lot going on within money, career, or learning and schooling for you, especially the fact that we have double pentacles coming up and what we had going on over here as well. So I'd say there's going to be a major focus in the next 3 months on your physical world or within career and learning. We also have Ace of Wands, so this is going to really spark a new beginning. There's going to be so much more inspiration. I also see something really exciting popping up for you. Oh, I'm hearing 4 months though. This Ace of Wands energy, this new inspiration, this is around 4 months for a lot of you. Some of you might even be 5 months that this new inspiration is coming in. But it's because of the action that you're taking 3 months from now. It's because of all of the things that are going to be moving forward in these next 3 months that are leading you to this new spark, this new inspiration, this new excitement, this new beginning, this feeling of total inspiration. We also have 8 of Pentacles coming through. We have so many Pentacle cards. Wow. I guess the collective is really focused on like career and money lately is what I've been really feeling, especially with what comes up in the tarot cards. But 8 of Pentacles, you are working towards something. You're putting in the efforts towards something. Some of you might be buying a house and renovating it. Some of you might be opening up a business and then working super hard at, you know, making it a success, or up-leveling that career idea, or whatever it might be. There's something here where you're gaining the support that you need, the financial support that you need. There could even be another side income thing that you are doing. This could also be indicated here with Venus in the 8th house in Scorpio, and also with all of our Pentacle cards that are coming up. And look, we also have 4 of Wands. Home and career are so significant for you over these next 3 months. And you're really working towards a big vision. This is exciting. My group 3s. Oh my goodness. Can I just say congratulations? Because this is this is so exciting. 4 of Wands can indicate a celebration. This could be the celebration of moving into a new home, graduating, getting accepted into the school of your dreams. It could also be opening up a business and celebrating that. It can also be celebrating things such as like a wedding or the birth of a child, or just all sorts of things. Think about anything that you could celebrate. That is the 4 of Wands energy. It is the celebration of reaching a milestone that you've been really wanting to reach. And it's also the card that talks about creating a solid and secure foundation where we feel like we feel very solid about our future. We feel very trusting about our future. So whatever is happening between now and 3 months from now is going to give you a lot more reassurance, a lot more clarity, and a lot more stability in regards to your future. So there is a transformation happening there, especially with our Scorpio energy with Venus in the 8th house. And this is going to be like, yeah, I would almost say that there's more support as well coming into your life from other people. So there could be someone in your life who is just really encouraging for you, or if you've been really needing that reassurance and that encouragement, I do feel like there's going to be people there that are ready and willing to be by your side and help you with all of that. And this could also indicate a promotion, by the way. So there could be, like, if you work in a career where promotions are a thing, I also see that could be what the 4 of Wands with the 8 of Pentacles is representing there as well. New work opportunities coming in. So if you've wanted more responsibility, more creativity. Also, we're going to go into these cards next, but there's one that is stuck on my floor right now. In fact, I'm actually going to pull it out because I feel like that's going to be significant for whatever reason. So we're just going to take that one out there too, because this one was like stuck on my floor and I just felt like that was probably significant. But the card that we're getting here, okay, you get 3 cards, I guess. This is going to represent the personal transformations that you are going through within these next 3 months. So we have 3 cards. Our first one is Warrior. The light attributes is strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. The shadow attributes are trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. So one thing that I'm sort of hearing here is like you might have put your own wants and needs either on the back burner, where like, yeah, you might have put your own wants and needs on the back burner, or you were trying to reach a victory at any cost, even at the cost of yourself or at the cost of like your mental health, your emotional well-being, etc., etc. But the warrior knows that the most important thing is to be well-rounded and to also focus on healing the self and fulfilling the self. Otherwise, you're going to be burnt out, and then you're not even going to be the energy of the warrior in the first place. So I see a big transformation happening there with you stepping more into the warrior energy. We also have scribe, which is the writer. So if you have an opportunity to write anything, or if you're passionate about writing in some way, this is also a transformation that's coming through. If you have a project that you're working on that requires writing or even reading, this is going to be a major thing where I feel like you're going to be very productive and things are going to really start moving forward here 3 months from now, where you might even be completing something here that you've started that has needed to be completed. The light attribute is preserving knowledge and information. The shadow attribute is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So one thing that's also coming through is I'm also seeing you stepping more into your authenticity. So rather than feeling like we need to be somebody that we're not, this is you stepping up to being your own scribe. And rather, because like the thing that's sticking out to me is plagiarizing others' work, which I'm not saying that you're doing that. However, that can be taken more metaphorically in terms of where we feel like we don't know what our identity is. I feel like you're getting clarity on exactly who you are, but also what's coming through is a writing project that some of you may have. So if that is a thing for you, I'm seeing that coming to completion there. The other card that was on the floor is the Damsel card. So the light attributes is understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself. The shadow attributes is waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. Wow, okay, so couple things coming through. So another thing that's going to be shifting for you, if any of you are in relationships where there just seems to be like a lack of commitment or a lack of communication or like seduction by romantic illusion, this is really sticking out to me. This is you stepping more into like, I'm no longer going to be helpless in this situation. I'm going to learn how to help myself. This can also be taken in career terms, by the way, or it can even be taken in personal terms or with your friends, or you can apply this to anything, right? But for the most part, this does apply to like your love life. So rather than waiting for somebody else to help you emotionally, or for example, like relying on your partner to help fix the way that you feel rather than you just taking it into your own hands, I feel like this is changing as well. So wherever it is in your life, this could be, again, love life, career, etc., wherever in your life that you feel like you would rather wait around for somebody to help you because it seems really hard to help yourself, this is also shifting. Because the light attributes of the damsel, she calls her power back. And she's like, you know what? I don't need a knight in shining armor because I can also be that for myself. It inspires you to rely on yourself, which I feel like is a big thing shifting for you over these next 3 months. It's like, you know, I'm going to take matters into my own hands, which is exactly these pentacle cards that are coming through. It's like really putting in the work, putting in the effort, putting in the action, and no longer waiting around for external circumstances to change before you change. Sometimes we think like, oh, I have to wait for the external to change. It's like, no, well, sometimes I can just change my mind, because waiting on the external is like gambling, right? We don't have control over what the external situations decide to do. They could keep being the same thing and we're going to be stuck living the same reality from here on out unless we decide I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And if the external thing is not changing, I can choose to remove myself from that situation and put myself in a different situation where things are going to work out for me, where things are going to be great. So that is a message coming through. Let's see what else we get here. We have lunar initiation. This is the initiation of more intuition. This is initiation of psychic senses. You might be having like some prophetic dreams coming through. And by prophetic dreams, I also mean like metaphorically, because dreams a lot of the time speak in metaphors. So yeah, your psychic senses might be coming to life more and more. You might be feeling more intuitive. We also have the card of yes coming through. And lunar initiation is stepping into the unknown as well. So there could be something where you are being called to step into the unknown and to trust the process, even if you don't see the entire path or outcome just yet. And then with our yes card, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it just fine. When it comes to stepping into the unknown, you are going to make it just fine. You're gonna be okay. Yes to the path that you desire to go on. Yes, if you are waiting for a yes, especially if you're waiting for, again, a loan approval, getting approved into the school of your dreams, if you are waiting for whatever kind of yes, the approval of your dream house going through, all of these things, you got the yes card, my love. And it also has number 44 on it. 44 is the setting of a foundation. We have 4 of Wands, 44. If the number 44 follows you around, it is indicating solid security. It is indicating that your needs will be met. It is indicating that you are building a foundation that will last generationally. So if you're trying to build something right now that you want surety that it is the right decision, that you want surety that it is going to work out and that it is going to be sustainable, 44 yes literally indicates all of those things. There was actually a crazy time in my life where I was going through a huge unstable moment where I didn't know where I was living. I was going through like a huge transition in my life. This was like quite a few years ago, but the number 44 always followed me around. And I was in such an unknown at that time in my life, and career shifts, all sorts of things. And the number 44 kept showing up, and I just said, oh, okay, well that's, 44 means building something secure and solid, so I can just trust that things are going to work out. And trust me, did things ever work out? So 44s indicate that all the things are working out for you. And let's see what else we get here. And that you're going to be stable, that you can trust that you're going to be stable. We have fate. So all these things, the changes that you're going through, the shifts, all the things, like this is meant to be. You're meant to go through these shifts. Okay, have fun with the process. That's another message coming through. Have fun with the process. And I also see over these next 3 months, you are hatching a new version of you that is able to have fun and play more, and able to be more free and loving and open, and just laughter. Laughter is coming through over these next 3 months. A lot more fun and a lot more ease. So let's see what else we get here. My group 3s. The next 3 months. I'm feeling these 2 cards. Let's see. We have the Nurturer, and we also have Sage. So whenever Sage shows up, this card, it's interesting that there's a coin on the top here, which is reminding me of abundance and like a new opportunity within your material world. But the Sage is getting rid of negative things, getting rid of clutter, getting rid of the stuff that burdens your energy, getting rid of habits that burden your energy, getting rid of people or things that burden your energy. Sage is the clearing of that. This one specifically also says advise, acquire, invest, and accumulate. So if there's something that you are interested in investing in, or accumulating more wealth, or acquiring a big purchase, or acquiring a yes or an approval of something, or an acceptance, there you go. It's written right here. The Nurturer, seed, conceive, nourish, and birth. There's a seed that you are planting, an idea that you have. You are nurturing it to life, and it is coming to fruition. It is already written in the cards. It is coming to fruition. For some of you, I just want to say Nurturer can also resemble pregnancy. For those of you that is going to be relevant for, but in other terms, it just represents having an idea and birthing it to life. having a vision and being able to birth it to life. Okay, so our last cards that we have whatever you decide, it will be the right decision. Then we also have destruction is the way to transformation, which is so true. We have to destroy the old. We have to shed the old skin in order to get the new. Then we also have take a breath and try again. If you ever fail at something, if you reach failures or obstacles or rejections or anything like that, there is a message for you. Take a breath and try again. One rejection isn't a no. We can always reapply. We can always do it again. You are guaranteed a yes to whatever it is that you are manifesting. If you run into roadblocks along the way, take a breath and try again. That is what the universe wants you to know, because you are getting there. It is already written. It is already in fate. You are achieving what it is that you set out to achieve. Take a breath and try again if you reach any sort of hurdles, obstacles, blocks, challenges, pauses, whatever it is that you come across. Take a breath and try again, okay? I'm not predicting that you're going to have some sort of rejection or some sort of no. I just want to make that clear. Because what I want you to know is that if you do experience any sort of shifts or challenges along this path, you're already destined for a yes, if you so want it to be. Take a breath and try again. There's a saying within manifestation that if you're trying to manifest something and you want to know whether or not, like if you reach failures or obstacles and you want to know whether or not the universe is trying to say that this is not meant for you and it's unachievable for you, versus when do you get up and just keep going and trying again. So when it comes to what you're manifesting, whatever's in your heart that you want to manifest is meant for you. So the what is inevitable and is always meant for you if you want to continue pursuing it. But where people get tripped up is the how. So how is it coming about? How are you going about it? That sometimes needs to change in order to meet less resistance. So for example, if there's a career that you want to go for, such as for me, when I started my YouTube channel, I knew that I wanted to work from home. I was really inspired by YouTube. That felt like a full body yes. I was doing YouTube for 5 years and I was making lifestyle type content, which I wasn't super passionate about, but I also did not have the courage or the guts to do what I was truly passionate about, which is like all of my spirituality stuff, which is like my bread and butter of everything of who I am. It is like, it's my life, right? But I was so scared of other people's opinions and judgments of that. So for 5 years, I was going about it in the wrong way. And I was always wondering, like, why is there so much resistance when it comes to doing YouTube? Is it because I'm not meant to do it? Is it because it's not meant for me? No, it's the how I was going about it. I was going in the right direction. But the thing is there was a different path that was more inspiring and more in alignment. And that was doing this. And then right when I started doing this, the channel took off and here we are. So anyway, that's one example. Another example could be used in love. Maybe we're trying to find our soulmate. Maybe we think that it is Jimmy next door. And we keep trying and trying and trying, but we keep getting rejected. And we're like, why doesn't he like me back? I swear he's my soulmate. Okay, it doesn't mean that you don't have a soulmate, but maybe Jimmy, who doesn't have commitment and doesn't care about commitment and won't commit to us, maybe that's not the one, right? So take a breath, try again. This is your message. Inevitably, you are meant to have your dream. You are meant to conceive it, birth it, be it, acquire it. You're meant for it. You're meant to succeed, okay? And I just want to end you on that message. You're literally meant to succeed. But sometimes we need to change how we're going about something. We don't need to change what we're going towards. We just need to change how we're going towards it. So that is the last message that I want to leave you off at for this reading, but the next 3 months look like they're going to be freaking amazing. But that was just the advice to navigate through the energies of these next 3 months, or to navigate what you're facing right now in regards to the journey that you're on. But these next 3 months are going to be amazing, where you're going to be acquiring things, getting the support and the help that you need, especially when it comes to financial shifts and getting the yes that you need, getting the approval, the promotion, the celebration, the hitting the milestone, hitting the mark, whatever this is. This is it. So I'm sending you all so much love, my beautiful group number 3s. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And until next time, bye. All right, my group number 4s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading for the next 3 months. Where are you going to be at? What's going to be happening? Let's dive in. Okay, so starting off with our Astro Dice here, we have Uranus, which is the planet of major change, being in the zodiac sign of Taurus, and then being in the 6th house. Wow. Okay, major change. 6th house is our career, our routine. It's also the house of health and your environment around you. So Uranus being the planet of a radical change and also innovations, there could be some sort of change or innovation or new thing that you're going to be doing that's going to help you improve your health, your well-being, your routine, your schedule, especially if it's felt overwhelming. Taurus is the energy of stability and comfort. So for 3 months from now, I see you being more comfortable with your schedule and your routine. There might be some radical changes that lead up to that, but I'm definitely seeing more stability there as the dust settles after all the radical change that Uranus is going to be bringing, like the energies of Uranus. Also, when it comes to your health, I'm seeing some great innovations there. So if there's something that you have been dealing with health-wise or within your body where you're really wanting to reach a certain result or heal or any of that, Uranus brings about really good innovations and shifts and changes that can really help us do that, especially being here with the Taurus energy, which helps us, again, gain more comfort and things like that. In regards to your career, because the 6th house also touches on career and our being of service to others. There's going to be some shifts when it comes to that as well, because maybe there's something there where we are needing a shift. Maybe we're really inspired to focus more on others. Maybe we are really inspired in our career to help other people. Maybe we're really inspired to start something there and create a foundation of helping and healing others. Maybe that's an inspiration that you have. Or on the other hand, this could be where we are constantly always helping others, and maybe we're needing a shift or a change to focus a little bit on ourselves as well, because how can we help others if we can't help ourselves, right? The first person that we always have to help is ourselves. So we could go either or in those directions, or maybe you're dealing with a little bit of both of those aspects, because maybe you have a deep inspiration to help, but maybe we also need to heal ourselves as well. So that is what is showing up over here. Let's go ahead into our tarot cards to get some more information on these next 3 months and other things that are going to be happening. If any of you have been wanting to create physical changes in your body, maybe you've been really working out, or maybe you've been on a certain diet to really gain your health and vitality back, that's also here as well. And then we also have 8 of Pentacles. Ooh! So the 8 of Pentacles is working towards a goal, working towards something, putting efforts in. So whatever vision that you have, like self-improvement is sort of coming through here, possibly in terms of like your physical body and really wanting to get your health stabilized and balanced and things like that. And the 8 of Pentacles is like when we're working super hard towards that and we are committed and we're not going to give up. We're in it to win it kind of energy. I also see that you're going to have quite a few results that you're proud of already within these next 3 months from whatever you're doing right now, the energies that you're already putting in towards your health, your fitness, and your body, and also your career. Because this could also be that we're working really hard towards innovation within our career. If you're trying to innovate your career in any way or be more creative or anything like that, if you're implementing new strategies, because Uranus thinks outside of the box. If you've been wanting to expand and think outside of the box, gain new ideas to help you expand further, to help you gain more results in your life, that is coming through within these next 3 months. I feel like you're going to be stumbling upon information that is going to help you radically get more results. So that's coming through. Let's see what else we have for you. My group 4s. Ooh, lots of cards just fell out. So let's see. We also have completion, which is the World card in tarot, which is the completion of a major phase of our life, but it also indicates getting the results that we want, completing a process. If you are in school for something right now, like if you're learning something, you're taking a course or anything like that, I see you completing it within these next 3 months and then implementing what you've learned from it. Or perhaps there's going to be a course that you stumble upon that you are going to complete within these next 3 months that are going to really help you take things to the next level, or again, get some certain results that you've been wanting. Another thing that I'm seeing is being done with an old chapter of your life. If you're, there's a temporary thing that you're going through right now to help improve either your health, well-being, or career. And you're going to complete that within these next 3 months, and it's going to open up an entirely new beginning for you. We also have Seeker of Wands, and then the Sovereign of Wands. Ooh, so the Page and Sovereign of Wands is the Queen of Wands, and then the Seeker is actually the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands here. With double wands, this is about inspiration, spiritual awakening, getting the energy and zest for life. And one thing that I'm really feeling within the Queen of Wands here, the Sovereign of Wands, is this energy of calling your power back and your inspiration, your energy. If you have felt low energy, I'm seeing you being much more high energy. The Sovereign of Wands is also social. So I see you getting out there more, being much more social, but having fun. Like this is the energy of laughter. This is the energy of healing through conversation and friendships and having a fun, spontaneous time. So I'm seeing that energy coming through as well. And I just see you feeling much more powerful because you're enjoying yourself. Your life is about to become much more fun, because I think one thing in your routine that has been missing has been true, pure enjoyment without any stress knocking on your brain. Sometimes when we go and have fun, we don't fully let ourselves have fun and be in the present moment because we're thinking like, oh my God, I have to do this tomorrow. Oh my God, I have to do that. Or, oh, I forgot to send that email today. And like, one thing for you is I feel like there's going to be much more boundaries when it comes to your time and your schedule so that you can actually let loose and enjoy yourself. And I'm seeing that the completion of this particular old phase for you is going to be very positive because again, it's going to bring out innovation within your health, your career, your well-being, and your routine. So your routine is something that's definitely going to be changing a lot. And I'm also seeing more spontaneity coming into your routine as well. Making time to be spontaneous rather than being rigid. But also, at the same time, being productive. But we are the most productive when we are balancing fun plus productivity, because that's what helps boost our energy. And when we have that energy boost, we're much more able to put good energy towards what we need to get done because we have that energy. We built that energy through the fun that we allowed ourselves to have. So let's see what else we get for you here. My group 4s, the next 3 months. We also have the Fates showing up. So this one is the Wheel of Fortune in the regular tarot. And this is when things start going much more positively in a much more positive direction. It can also be when luck is on our side, where all of a sudden just like lucky things start happening to us. And if things are changing, because Uranus, it always brings the energy of radical, unexpected changes. What I'm seeing with the Fates card is that these changes are going to be very positive. They're going to be very beneficial. It's almost like, oh my God, I'm so lucky that that happened to me. Even if you don't see it right away. So such as, for example, like the radical change that could come in could be something like, oh my God, we got laid off of work. And then maybe for the first couple of weeks, we're like, oh no, and we're stressing about it. But then all of a sudden it's going to open up this like new opportunity. And this is just for example, by the way, like I don't want you to ingrain this in your head. like this is what's happening. This is just an example of what these energies are. But then, for example, let's say that layoff allows you to look for other jobs. Then all of a sudden you find an opening at your dream job and all of a sudden you get accepted and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that was like the best thing that ever happened to me. I am so glad for that because wow, was that ever divine timing? So there's going to be divine timing happening within these next 3 months, and the shifts that are going to be coming about for you in your life are going to lead to very positive outcomes. These are going to be things that you're like, wow, I'm literally so grateful that that happened, that I made that choice, that I made that shift or that change, because this could also be self-imposed change, such as I'm going to stick to this diet and I'm going to start working out and I'm going to start seeking new information to improve this part of my life or improve that or do this, and it's literally going to pay off. This is where you're going to really start to see positive changes, and you're getting good luck because of this. The Fates card is like, we're bringing in good luck because of what we're choosing to do and because of those changes that we're making. So let's see. Ooh, okay, 2 cards came out here. These cards are representing you on a personal level and the changes that are happening for you on a personal level. So the first one that we have for you, how you are going to be shifting, we have the Poet. And the Poet says, expresses soul insights in symbolic language. The shadow attribute is turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So, one thing that I'm hearing is your words are going to be shifting because you're the writer of your life. You're the narrator of your life, right? So maybe there's going to be a realization about the way that we speak. This could either be the way that we speak to ourselves, right? Because sometimes we can have a very negative internal critic when it comes to how we speak to ourselves. And then other times this could also deal with how we speak externally. Maybe we're constantly partaking in gossip or partaking in putting other people down or being negative, and then we reflect on it later and we're like, oh my God, how did I say that? That was so mean. I didn't mean that. So those types of things. How our words are coming across. There's going to be a shift in how your words are coming across. And I'm also hearing how you perceive other people's words, because sometimes we can misconstrue things, right? So there's also going to be a shift in all aspects when it comes to communication, internally and externally. So how you communicate to yourself, the meaning that you attach to different scenarios, and how you interpret things internally and how you speak to yourself. Then also, like I said, externally, the things that we hear or say to others. So there's going to be some shifts with that, where you're coming more into the light attributes, where you express soul insights in symbolic language. And it's like, so symbolic language isn't like exactly what this is trying to convey. The light attributes of the Poet is one who knows how to speak eloquently, respectfully. They know how to be authentic, but they also know how to do it in a like respectful and conscious way. When they communicate towards themselves, they know how to communicate authentically and honestly, but they also know that not every thought that they think is true, which that's absolutely true. Not every thought that you think is true. So if you think a thought about yourself like, oh my God, I'm so lame, I'm so uncool, or I'm so, whatever the thought is, not every thought that you think is true, okay? So we can just like let that slide away. But we can also be more poetic with ourselves, and we can uplift ourselves. Like, look at how she's speaking with these doves coming out. It's like, use your words to be the poet of your life. What life do you want to narrate? Do you want to narrate a drama reality show where there's a bunch of drama going on all the time and like the characters are like really unlikable and it's like, or do you want to narrate your life like you are the side character or the whatever character, or do you want to be the main character of your life? Do you want to accentuate and narrate your life as I'm the main character and let me step into that? So that's going to be a big shift that's coming across for you, is realizing how you're narrating your life. And then the other card that came out for you is the Thief card. So the light attributes is sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Ooh. Then the shadow attribute of this card is stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. That's quite interesting. Sometimes we can be our own worst thief. Sometimes we can steal our own joy through the way that we narrate our lives. Sometimes we can steal our own talent, our own shine, our own confidence from the way that we're narrating to ourselves, right? We can thieve our own joy. We can thieve our own confidence. We can steal our own light. Okay? Another aspect of the thief, rather than internally, is also externally. Sometimes we can also steal money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers that we think we lack externally. Like we can put other people down in order to make ourselves feel better. That's thieving somebody else's joy in order to make ourselves feel a bit better, because we already feel a lack of joy. Therefore, if we can bring somebody else down, we feel, for some reason, feel higher. But that's the shadow attribute of the thief energy, right? And then all what it says right here. But then the light attribute of the thief sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. So all of us have wealth, we have worth, we have purpose that can never be taken away, but it can also, but it can be illusorily taken away. So like it can seem like it's taken away because of the way that we're speaking to ourselves, right? It takes our power away. It's not actually gone, hasn't left anywhere, but the way that we keep talking to ourselves is convincing ourselves that we're not confident, we're not the main character, we suck, we're terrible, you know. I'm using these extreme examples. But you know, sometimes our inner critic can be harsh, right? And a huge thing coming through right now for you, my group 4s, is shifting your self-talk. And as you shift your self-talk and you become the narrator of your life, where you're like, I am the main character of my story. And you know what? I am confident now. And I'm going to look at myself in the mirror and I'm going to talk about all the good things about myself. Because when was the last time I did that, right? So let's look in the mirror at ourselves. What are all those beautiful aspects about yourself? What are all the amazing things about yourself? This is not a time to jump into criticism. This is a time to let go of any critical thought, because remember, not every thought you think is true anyway. So just shed that. Look in the mirror, truly, and think, what are those beautiful aspects about myself that I love? Am I a loving person? Do I love my animals and my pets and I'm like such a great pet mom? Or do I have like gorgeous eyes? Or do I have really good intentions for others? Do I love my friends? Am I there for my friends? Am I there for my family? Well, what are the good qualities about you? Okay, what are those good qualities about you? This is time for you to start looking at your main character qualities, and then also narrating yourself better. So not holding yourself down for your past, because this is not a time for that, okay? This is not a time to be mad about yourself from your past, okay? No, 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 no. We're letting all of that go. This is time to be like, who am I in the present? Who am I choosing to be right now? You know, the past is irrelevant. The past already happened. Who am I choosing to be right now? The only thing that matters is who you are right now. So who are you going to be right now? Let's use the poet with the doves coming out, the inspiration, and let's become that new main character that we love, okay? So, diving into some more cards. We went on a tangent over there, but I felt like that was needed. I felt like Spirit was wanting a tangent to come out, because there's some transformations that you're going to be making over these next 3 months that are going to be so powerful. And then also, it's crazy, we had so many wand cards coming out, which are the fire element, and then we have fire initiation coming out for you as well. Fire initiation is the initiation of your internal energy spark, the things that light you up, that inspire you. There's going to be something new coming about within these next 3 months that's going to light you up. And I feel like this is creative. This might even deal with using your voice in some way, since poet is coming up. This might even deal with calling your power back, like allowing yourself to be more of a light. But fire, remember, it can be destructive or it can be productive and give us life. You, I feel like, are switching to the life-giving flame rather than the destructive flame. You're moving into the life-giving flame, where it's like, let me give life to myself, my dreams, my passions, my desires. Let me give life to those around me, okay? We also have avoidance of discomfort coming through. So avoidance of discomfort, this one's an interesting one, because when we avoid discomfort, we're actually running away from something that like inevitably we'll have to face at some point, because there's a story, and I can't remember exactly how it goes, but basically there's a dog sitting on a nail in this parable, and there's an observer who's wondering, like, why is the dog sitting on the nail? The dog is clearly in pain and in agony. Why doesn't he get up off the nail and get up and move off of it? And then there's like a guru there or something that says, well, because the pain of getting off of it is worse than just, or is temporarily worse than just sitting on it. So, ooh, sometimes the pain of facing our discomforts and dealing with them is like temporarily more painful than just continuing to like avoid it and continue to sit on it and suffer. It's like that we can just like grit our teeth and just go through it more. But sometimes facing it, even though it would heal, it would only be a temporary like discomfort to face it. Sometimes we avoid it because we're just like, oh, let me just sit with it instead. So there's something here where I also see over these next 3 months, there's going to be an opportunity for you to heal a discomfort in your life, something that's been making you uncomfortable. This is an opportunity to face it, to heal it. And I'm seeing with this fire initiation card, you're actually going to be like, let me deal with this fire. Let me put out this fire. Like, not as in putting out your energy, but putting out the discomfort of it, so that you can come back to your light, so that you can come back to the healing, so that you can come back to the life-giving energy. So that's also going to be something that's happening over these next 3 months. And it's no longer avoiding, because thief and avoidance is a very similar energy there. So I see you rewriting a new story, making a much more beautiful story, doing a lot of internal healing that's going to help you so much. And let's see what else we get here. My group 4s, we also have the Weaver. So the Weaver, you are weaving something new, but also with the knife there, you're cutting something out that you were once tied to that you no longer want to be tied to, which is quite positive. And then we also have the Sovereign stepping into your sovereignty. And it's interesting because the Queen of Wands in this deck is also known as the Sovereign of Wands. This is stepping into your sovereignty. So stepping into your freedom rather than feeling victim to your life or to circumstances, things like that. And you know, sometimes we are, you know, victim to our circumstances. Yes, I don't want to like invalidate you there, but we can also call our power back to make change. And that is what's coming through. You're calling your power back to make change. That's the Sovereign. They call back their freedom. They say, you know what? I am free to make a choice. The choice might lead to some temporary discomfort, but so this is all coming together. There is something that is uncomfortable for you to stay in, but it would be temporarily more uncomfortable to have to leave it. So we kind of haven't yet, or to deal with it, or whatever, face it, whatever this is. Over these next 3 months, this is you stepping into your power again. This is you stepping into your fire. This is you stepping into the positive fate. There's a shift here that you know it has to happen for you to step into your freedom, for you to step into your power, for you to step into a life that you love. The temporary discomfort of having to face those things is worth you calling back your freedom, being the main character of your story, calling back your sovereign, free, positive energy where you're going to feel happy. Your happiness is worth it, my love. Okay. So yeah, I definitely see you facing that. And then the Weaver, you are cutting something out of your life in order to weave what you actually want. Because there's something here where it's like, yeah, there's something that we've weaved in that we want to cut out and no longer do. Then we also have the Devotee coming up as well. So I feel like you're going to be so committed. I also see you getting more committed to spiritual practices for some reason. Like there's a spiritual practice that you're getting quite committed to. Dedicate, inspire, acquire, emerge. I'm seeing you emerging as a new version of you. The number 22 is opening up of a new path. The opening of a new path in your life. Wow. And I also see you being very devoted to your healing and to becoming like look at, she's just like, the energy that I get from this card is so beautiful of you shedding the old, and all of a sudden it's like it's almost like this rebirth energy, being reborn and feeling like, oh, I'm inspired. It's the inspiration energy, fire initiation, Queen of Wands, the inspiration, the laughter, the fun, all of that coming back into your life. Being devoted to making this particular change in your life. And let's see what else we get for you here. Okay, let's get, ooh, that card. There we go. I wanted one more, and then there was, oh, that accidentally just dropped the entire deck on the floor. Anyway, that's fine. So, your cards, you're in the thick of it. The next 3 months is you healing and getting to calmer waters. Getting to a place of freedom where it feels like you can breathe. Feels like you can breathe, okay? Then we also have take care of your rarity. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. You're in the thick of some major change, which is going to be so freaking positive by the end of it, especially with the Fates card coming up, which is the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of like good fortune, good karma coming your way. And this is all accumulating over these next 3 months. It's going to bring you to entirely new places where things are going to be so much more stable and healing, and you're going to be healed. And again, main character energy of your life with the poet energy here and becoming the narrator that narrates a beautiful story. Take care of your rarity. Remember that you are a rare diamond. You can never be replicated. You can never be duplicated. And you have divine purpose. Take care of your rarity. You are unique, you are loved, and there's beauty in that. Take care of exactly who you are, okay? And I am sending you so much love. These next 3 months are gonna bring some divine changes for you. Truly, like I would say your mantra or quote to sum up this entire reading is divine changes. And these divine changes are gonna unlock so much more of who you're meant to be and stepping more into your power. So thank you so much for joining me here today for this video. My group number 4s, I'm sending you all so much love, and until next time, bye.